Okay.
Let's start at 10 a.m. We'll just wait for the others. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Morning.
Klaro naman
Yes,
yung
sir. Yes, po.
Okay, so we'll start discussing our last topic for chemistry. And again, if you have questions, please raise that after my presentation. Okay, we are done talking about um, the characteristics, and then of course the appearance, and the reason why your periodic table or your elements inside your periodic table are arranged in a particular manner. So please be reminded, and please remember that the main reason why do we have to arrange our elements into particular order, it is because we are characterizing them, we are categorizing them, we are classifying them based on their physical and chemical properties. So that's the reason why we are arranging them. That is based on their physical and chemical properties. So let me write it again sa whiteboard natin. Okay. So we have here our last topic for this chemistry part would be the periodic trends, no? Kung ibig sabihin ng trend, ano yung uh, kung sa fashion pa, ano yung sikat, ano yung distinguishing factor or distinguishing appearance pag trend, no? So the same time, our periodic table, no, the elements are since our elements are arranged in a particular manner, meron din siyang trend na parang sinusunod, no, kumbaga. So we call it periodic trends. Periodicity is the trends in the behavior of the elements. Ano yung behavior ng elements? Kasi nga naka-arrange yung elements natin. Therefore, meron siyang particular property that we can say na meron din siyang since meron siyang property, therefore na din siya something behavior. Now we call it periodicity. And it arises from the periodic patterns in the electron configuration of the element. I do not know if you could still remember electron configuration.
Bigyan na eh.
Hmm. Electron configuration. Kung titingnan natin yung merong SPDF, no? Katong SPDF. Ano siya? That is our electron configuration. Makikita natin yan sa ating periodic table, no? Siguro I do not know sa lahat kasi ng arrangement ng periodic table, na parang nasa baba siya ng element symbol, no? Yung 1s2, 2s2, 2p2, yan, that is what we call electron configuration. And because of that election configuration, meron din tayong behavior, no, na tinatawag. And again, we call it periodicity, basing on the electron configuration of the element. Okay, so here are the periodic properties and trends. So we have here the first one, the term is the atomic size. Okay, okay, so derived from the distance between atoms when bond together. So ang mangyayari pala, if you are to bond different elements, ang mangyayari pala, hindi talaga literally that these atoms will bond, no? Ang mangyayari pala, meron din palang tinatawag na distance, no? And we call it atomic size. Again, derived from the distance between atoms when bond together. So that is your atomic size. And then according to periodicity, so ito na yung tinatawag natin na behavior, no? Okay? Ang trend when it comes to atomic size. So if you're going to look at the figure there, you would notice na may malalaking ano ba yan? Circles, no? And then your atomic size, if you're going to look at the size of the circles, you could actually say that your atomic size is increasing or decreasing left to right. Sa whiteboard natin, kung titignan natin yung figure na yan, yung left to right natin na simula dito sa 1 hanggang 18. Yun yung ibig sabihin natin ng left to right. Okay? And then top, of course, to bottom. Okay? So kung titingnan natin yung ating picture na yan, ano ba yung atomic size natin? From left to right, what happened? Ano yung trend? Pag left to right,
Decreasing, sir.
decreasing, increasing.
Increasing po, sir. Increasing.
Yes, Sunny, again,
Increasing po, sir.
increasing.
Increasing.
Okay. Okay. Any other answer?
Yes po. Nag-start po tayo sa 1 and then 18 for the argon.
Any other answer? According to Sahani, left to right daw, increasing daw ang atomic size. Any other answer?
De- Decreasing, sir.
Okay. Sahani,
Decreasing po,
bakit mo
sir.
nasabi Sahani, bakit nasabing increasing?
Kasi po nag-start po tayo sa 1 which is sa hydrogen and then ni-increase po siya to argon to 18 po.
18. Okay. So yun yung basis ni Sahani. Okay? So but because of that number 1 to 18, so nag-increase siya. So yung ideya ni Sahani, that's the reason why nag-increase ang ating trend sa atomic size. How about Lin Shane? Bakit mo nasabi na nag-decrease?
Sir, as of my observation, sir, kay yung, di ba yung circle-circle, kay sana, nagkagamay bitaw siya, sir. So, mo na akong kuan.
Nagkagamay. Okay. Actually, sa Hani, ang nabantayan ni Sunny is the number 1 to 18, but that is not our reference point, no? I told you that the reference point now, ang titingnan natin would be the circles. So you would notice that the circles, if we're going to look at from left to right, nagkagamay, no? Therefore, the pattern or the trend for atomic size, left to right, is decreasing. Okay. How about top to bottom? Ang circles ang tanawan. How
Increasing,
about
sir.
top to bottom? That is
Increasing, sir.
increasing. Okay. So this is when it comes to atomic size. Okay. So meaning to say, if we're going to look at here, I don't know. Okay. If we're going to look at our periodic trend for atomic size, meaning to say you have to really remember this, no? Kasi pag quiz natin, baka bigyan ko kayo ng B, boron, C, nitrogen, baka ibigay ko yan sa inyo yung PCN or boron CN. At saka yung instruction ko, arrange the elements into increasing atomic size. Yun yung parang yung quiz ko, no? So you have to memorize the periodic trend. So if you're going to look at, once again, our periodic trends, you would notice that the atomic radius or the atomic size is increasing from right to left or decreasing from left to right. Okay? And of course, our atomic radius or atomic size is increasing top to bottom or decreasing from bottom to top. Naintindihan? Hindi naman nalito?
Nalilito, sir.
Okay.
Nalilito,
Nalito
sir.
ka. Okay. Meaning to say, kanina, ang gagawin lang siguro nating reference, no? Kasi meron akong mga pictures dyan na baliktad yung arrow. Di ba baliktad yung arrow, no? Ang ibig sabihin, increasing atomic radius. Di ba I told you, ang periodic table natin, pag sinasabi kong, nakikita nyo yung ano ko, yung mouse, yung pointer? Nakikita nyo yung
Opo.
pointer ko?
Yes po.
Okay. Look at my mouse pointer, okay? When we say left to right, it starts here on this side, left to right. Okay? Naintindihan? Nakita? Nakita?
Opo. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Left, ito ha, left ito. Sa screen ninyo, ito yung left. And then on the other side, that is your right sa screen. Okay. Ang ibig sabihin, sabi ni Lin Shane kanina, kasi si Lin Shane yung nakakuha ng tamang sagot, that the atomic size or atomic radius, the same lang yan ha, atomic size and then atomic radius. Ang sabi ni Lin Shane, kasi nakita ni Lin Shane na nagkagamay, no? Lumiliit yung circles from left to right. Tama. Ibig sabihin, your atomic size or atomic radius is decreasing from left to right. Na-decrease siya left to right. Kung sasabihin naman natin siya opposite naman, the same pa rin ang ibig sabihin. Ang ginawa lang sa picture na to, ang opposite yung ginamit niya. Right to left. So link chain, para hindi malito ang yung iba, link chain,
Yes, sir.
okay. Anong yung nangyari sa atomic size or atomic radius when you look it from right to left? Anong nangyayari?
Increasing, sir.
Increasing. So the same lang na siya, no? Gibali lang nato. Nakuha? Nakuha ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The same lang na siya. Look at my mouse pointer. If we will start from left to right, the atomic radius is decreasing. Siyempre, ang opposite, pag mag-start tayo dito sa right hanggang sa left, baliktad yung nangyayari. Nagiging increasing. Nasabtan?
Yes,
Na-
sir.
nakuha, everyone. Nakuha. The same lang yan. Opposite
Yes,
lang naman.
sir.
Oh. Ginamit lang natin iniba lang natin yung reference point. Kanina
Yes, sir.
nagsimula tayo sa left, ngayon nagsimula tayo sa right. Ito kasi nakita ninyo sa picture, no, sa slide na ito, nagsimula siya sa right. Kaya yung sinabi niya, increasing. Okay? Now, kung titingnan naman natin itong top to bottom, the arrow is actually moving from top to bottom. Therefore, kung titingnan natin itong ating picture, sabi ninyo that top to bottom nag-increase daw ang atomic size or atomic radius. And that is true. Kasi on this side, hanggang sa maliit top, bottom malaki. Sa number 18 naman na side, maliit hanggang lumaki. Therefore, top to bottom, nag-increase ang imuhang atomic size or atomic radius. Pero kung magsisimula tayo sa opposite side, kung magsisimula tayo sa bottom hanggang sa top, anong mangyayari sa ating atomic size or atomic radius?
Decreasing, sir.
Decreasing.
Decreasing. Okay, opposite lang. Okay? So yun lang, yun yung ano natin. Sir, if you are to memorize it, sir, ano yung gagawin namin, sir? Ano lang yung memorize namin? Is it the left to right or the right to left or the top is it left to right or right to left? Nakadepende sa inyo kung ano yung comfortability ninyo. Anyway, kung saan-saan man yan magsisimula, yung reference point, ibaliktad lang siya sa original. Okay? So ako, ang ginawa ko for my reference, para hindi ako malito, ang always ko talagang tinitingnan na reference point is left to right, ang left. No? Left to right talaga ako at the same time, top to bottom. Yun yung reference point ko para medyo hindi ako malito. Anyway, okay. Now let's try this example. I'm sure itong example na to, nakikita niyo yan sa inyong PowerPoint or sa PDF na binigay ko. Alam na natin yung sagot. No? Let's try to look at the answers na lang. Okay? Labas ko na yung tamang sagot and then, yan. Okay, pag-usapan natin. That's the answer, no? Ranking elements by atomic size. Ang problem, ito yung mangyayari sa quiz natin or sa exam. Using only the periodic table, rank each set of main group elements in order of decreasing atomic size. Decreasing atomic size. So ano ba yung pattern? Saan ba nag-decrease ang atomic size? Is it left to right or right to left? Nakadepende. Anyway, the same lang naman. So decreasing atomic size, kung titingnan natin yung periodic table, no, may plan tayo dito, elements in the same group in size as elements in the same group decrease in size as you go up. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng group? Okay. Ang ibig sabihin ng group ay yung naka-vertical. Okay? When we say group, that is vertical. Di ba? Yung group 1A, group 2A, group 8A. So that is the vertical. Naintindihan? And then when we say period, I think meron mention na period, yes? When we say period, that is the horizontal. Okay. Yan ko kung meron ba tayong predictable dito. Anyway, ito na lang picture na to. Gamitin din ito. Okay. Then, okay. When we say group, ito yung group natin, naka-vertical, no? We call it group, no? Lahat ng naka-vertical or column That is what we call group. When we say period, ito naman yung period naka-horizontal. Yan, period. Naka-horizontal ang period. Okay. Meaning to say, when we say group, group is top to bottom or bottom to top. Ang ibig sabihin naman ng period, that is left to right or right to left. Okay? So group, we call it, the position of a group is vertical. So that is your top to bottom or bottom to top. Okay. Ang ibig sabihin naman ng period, ang period ay horizontal. And then yung horizontal is your left to right or right to left. Okay, nasa chart. Okay, yan. So, i-arrange daw natin yung letter A, yung calcium, magnesium, and strontium. I-arrange natin siya. So, tingnan natin yan sa ating periodic table. According to here, we have to arrange it in decreasing atomic size. Ibig sabihin, magsisimula tayo sa, this is, SR is greater than, SR is greater than, SR is greater than calcium. Okay. Therefore, if when we say decreasing, ano yung dapat nasa unahan? When we say decreasing, ano ibig sabihin? Ay, nangatulog. Alas 10 na, nangatulog ang mga balbal. When we say
Lumiliit po,
decreasing,
sir.
lumiliit. Oo, oo. Lumiliit. Meaning to say, ano yung dapat nating isulat yung una? Ang una nating isusulat?
Yung malaki, sir.
Okay. So meaning to say, titingnan natin yung periodic table natin, hanapin natin yung may, sa tatlo na yan, hanapin natin yung may pinakamalaking atomic size. At alam naman natin na yung atomic size natin ay sa periodic table, okay, alam, ano nga yan? Calcium, magnesium, at saka strontium. So ito yung calcium, tingnan natin, that is your calcium. Meron tayong strontium sa baba, nandito ang magnesium. Ang kagandahan nito, yung magnesium, calcium at saka yung strontium nasa isang grupo or nasa isang period.
One group po.
One group, yes, very good my dear, one group. Meaning to say, ang kukunin nating trend ay hindi yung left to right or right to left. Ang gagamitin nating trend ay yung top to bottom or bottom to top. Tama?
Yes, sir.
Tama ba? Okay. Now, tingnan natin, ang sabi kasi sa ating problem ay i-arrange daw natin yung calcium, magnesium, at saka yung strontium in decreasing order. Meaning to say, ang sabi niyo din, ang unang isusulat ay yung may pinakamalaking atomic radius. Tama ba?
Opo.
Yes, sir.
Apa.
Okay. Okay. Alam ko na nakita niyo yung tamang sagot, pero tingnan natin itong picture na ito. Sa sagot natin, ano yung sagot na nandun? Ang pinakamalaki according to our answer is ano
SR
yung
po.
nasa PowerPoint?
SR po.
SR. Okay. Tingnan natin. Tama ba yung sagot na SR dapat ang mauna?
Yes, sir.
Bakit, Linshane?
Ay, siya yung pinakamalaki, sir. Pa-decrease kasi tayo, sir. So, yung pinakalas, yung magnesium. So, basta ba na?
Bakit yung strontium yung dapat nasa unahan?
Di ba, sir, top to bottom po?
Yes.
Siya po yung may malaking atomic size.
Doon na.
So meaning to say, since alam natin na nag-increase, di ba? So alam natin kung sino yung nasa baba, siya yung mas malaki, tama?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Therefore, sa tatlo na yan, ang nasa pinakababa ay yung SR, tama?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Opo.
Okay. Therefore, siya yung may pinakamalaking atomic radius. Kaya sa sagot na nandyan, SR yung nasa unahan. And then, yung nasa gitna, ang susunod would be calcium at saka yung may pinakamaliit sa tatlo na yan na may pinakamaliit na atomic radius or atomic size is your magnesium. Nakuha, bakit yan yung sagot?
Yes po,
Opo.
sir.
Okay. Sir, yung sa PowerPoint, sir, meron po yung greater than. Sir, ginamitan po siya ng ganito, sir. Nasa whiteboard natin. Ginamitan natin siya ng greater than. Okay lang po ba, sir? Okay lang. Pero ayokong malito kayo sa mga ganyan. So, ang gusto kong gagawin ninyo, by the time you will be answering, sundin nyo kung paano ko sinagot dito sa ating sa chat. Ang ginawa ko lang, children, ay nilagyan ko lang siya ng kudlit. Is comma is complete, right? Okay, the comma, okay, in English, no? Wag na natin yung gamitin yung mga yung greater than, lesser than, or equal to whatsoever. Okay? So ang gagawin natin, comma lang yung isusulat natin. Naintindihan?
Yes, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Sa susunod, okay. Sa susunod na pod, letter B, we have, ayun na lang mag-enumerate. Meron kayong kopya? Meron kayong kopya ng presentation na to, no? Meron kayong kopya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. So, i-enumerate niyo sa akin ha, kaya para hindi ako mag-change. Ang susunod, letter B. Ano yung letter B? Ano yung hanapin natin na elements? Sa letter B. Okay. So, we will find letter K, no? K, ano pa?
GA.
Potassium, ano?
GA, sir. GA.
Ga. Ga?
Yes,
We
sir.
have gallium. And then the next one,
CA, sir. CA. Calcium.
potassium, Ga, then Ca na pod.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yan, yung nasa chat. Nakikita niyo yung chat ko?
Yes, sir.
Yes
Yes,
po.
sir.
Okay, yan, tama yan. That's potassium, gallium, and then calcium. Okay. So, ang susunod natin hahanapin, i-arrange din natin, decreasing order pa rin. Nandito pa rin tayo sa atomic radius, children. We will arrange it in decreasing order. Now, alam ko na meron na yung sagot. So, tingnan natin itong picture na to para mas maintindihan bakit yan ang sagot. Okay, hanapin natin yung potassium. Potassium is here. Okay. Atomic number 19. Okay, I hope nakikita ninyo. And then, calcium is here. Atomic number 20. And
20.
and then
30.
Ga is atomic number 31. That is your gallium. Okay? So, ang kagandahan nito, nasa isang, ano sila? Nasa isang group or period?
Period po, sir.
Period.
Very good. Yung flat po na yung mga bataan ni, no? Very good. Nasa isang period. So ano yung gagamitin natin? Is it the top to bottom or the left to right?
Left to
Left to
right.
right po, sir.
Very good. So, ang gagamitin nating trend ngayon would be the left to right. So alam natin, children, that when we start sa left up to right, ang nangyayari sa ating atomic size ay nag-decrease, tama? Pero pag magsisimula tayo dito sa ating right to left, nag-increase ang atomic radius. Now, ito yung pinakamadali sa lahat, no? Because your potassium, your calcium, and then your gallium is already arranged in a decreasing order. Therefore, the correct answer for that is calcium, yung dapat nasa unahan. Next would be calcium, and then yung may pinakamaliit na atomic size is your gallium. And that is the correct answer. Ano ba yung tamang sagot na nandyan? Ano yung tamang sagot na natin dyan sa ating presentation?
Potassium, calcium, and gallium, sir.
Okay, so that is the arrangement. The K, Ca, at saka Ga. Okay? So siguro hindi na natin tapusin yan lahat. I will leave that to you. Anyway, meron na tayong tamang sagot dyan. And then, all you have to do is to look at the pattern. Bakit yan yung sagot? Okay? Next would be the ionic size. This one is somewhat different, no? And then we have to look at this pattern. We all know that, di ba, already introduced you sa term na cations. Okay. When we say cations, ano yung cations? What are cations? Sino pa ang maka-remember? What are
At
cations?
iron po, the positive particles
Very
po.
good, Sahani. Okay, no? Sahani told us that when we say cations, they are the positive charges, and that is correct. No? And then when we say anions, on the other hand, we call it the negative charges or particles. Okay? Now, according to the rule, please listen carefully, and of course, you really have to memorize this one or familiarize. When it comes to ionic size, the ruling is the ruling is very specific. According to here, positive elements, no? May positive, like for example, susulat tayo ng Na, sorry, excuse me, Na plus, okay? That is sodium ion. We call it sodium ion. I'm sure nakadungog na mo na sa mga TV commercials and even kanang magka-diarrhea mo that you have to especially when you are having your diarrhea, and then you are advised to drink electrolytes to replace the ions na nawala. Di ba? So ions, those are actually charges, the positive and then the negative charges that are needed in our system. And according to the rule, when it comes to ionic size, cations or positive elements are generally smaller, so maliit daw, than the metals from which they were formed. Sir, ano pong ibig sabihin? This is your metal, no? Dapat alam natin sa ating periodic table kung saan yung metal at saka non-metal, no? Nakita na natin yun kung saan banda yung metal at saka non-metal. Anyway, kung meron kayong periodic table, mas madali, no? Kasi meron dong nakalagay na legend, no? Siguro, all color red, these are metals, and then all color yellows are gases. Okay, na mas madali makita. Now let's take sodium as an example. Okay, sodium has an element symbol of ano yung symbol ng sodium?
A.
What is the element symbol of sodium? Na. Okay,
A.
so let's take sodium as an example. Okay, sodium. Kung titingnan natin sa ating chat, no, please open your chat box. Okay, Na. That is our sodium. Now, when I write Na plus, that is sodium ion. Sir, are they the same? No, they are not the same. They are the same because they are just sodium. But the reason why they are different because of the charge. No? Sodium, yung nasa unahan na sodium na walang plus, that is our what you call this? That is our neutral charge atom, sodium. Means walang charge, no? Ah, yung pangalawa naman is meron siyang existing, sorry for the word existing, meron siyang excessive positive charges. So ano po excessive? Murag excess bitaw ko ng nasobrahan. Siguro ang nangyari nasobrahan ng nasobrahan, gagamitin ko yung word na nasobrahan, but the word nasobrahan or sobra is not really the explanation ha bakit naging positive siya. I will explain it later. Pero para lang maintindihan, for the sake of this discussion, I would like to use the term sobra para lang makita natin na meron talagang positive. Naintindihan?
Apa.
Naintindihan ba? Nakaintindihan? Okay. So,
Opo.
yung NA na nasa taas, children, hindi siya sobra. Walang sobra, no? Hindi sumobra ng positive, hindi din sumobra ng negative. Tama lang. Pero sa pangalawang sinulat ko na NA, meron siyang positive. Therefore, may sobrang positive. So again, ang difference is yung isa may sobra. But they are the same. They are the same because they are just sodium. Now, according to the rule, no, yung unang rule na nasa presentation, cations. Na plus is a cation, no? Cations are generally smaller than the metals from which they were formed. Okay. So, ang tanong ngayon, saan yung mas malaki? The N or the Na plus? O, nasaan na?
Na plus.
Saan yung, saan yung mas
NA
malaki?
plus.
The Na or the Na plus?
NA
Na
plus, sir.
Please try to read the no? Cations are generally smaller than the metals from which they were formed.
Na, sir.
Na sodium.
So, sino yung mas malaki? Yung in terms of ionic size, ha? Sino yung mas malaki? The Na or the Na plus?
Na.
Na.
Na po.
Yes, let's have sino ba sino yung sumagot? Meron ang sumagot sa Hani, Lenshane. So sino ba dito? Let's have Sani. Bakit Na Sani?
Kasi po, when we say Na po, malaki po yung atomic size niya. When it comes to ionic size to cations, is that sinabi po dito na smaller lang po yung ano po, smaller than the metals. When you say metals po, metal po yung sodium. So, yun.
Okay. Okay. So meaning to say, children, that is actually correct, Sani, no? The answer here, which is bigger, the Na, yung walang plus. Kasi according to the rule, cations are generally smaller. Therefore, ang Na plus is smaller compared to your Na. Ang ibig kasing sabihin dito, ang ibig sabihin dyan sa than the metals from which they were formed, kung saan sila nanggaling. No? Parang yun yung ideya. So, meaning to say, kung wala kay charge na positive, mas dako ka compared atong na charge na positive. Okay? Therefore then, Na plus is smaller compared to your Na. Now, another example is lithium. What is the element symbol of lithium? What is the element
Li.
Li?
Li.
Okay, very good, Almira. No, that is Li. Now let's take Li as an example. Okay, but here I will write Li plus plus. Okay, and then Li plus plus plus. Okay, that's it. Or, yung Li plus plus na yan, yung dalawang plus na yan, pwede ko yung siyang isulat na Li2 plus. Sorry, hindi ako makagawa ng ano ha, hindi ako makasulat ng superscript, no? Or Li2 plus yan, the other way of writing it is La3 plus. Okay. Meron tayong yung option, yung pagpipilian naman ngayon is your Li2 plus or Li3 plus. Now the question is, sino yung mas malaki? Li2 plus or Li3 plus?
Li2 plus.
The answer is, Hanifa, Hanifa,
Li2 plus, sir.
why Li2 plus? Bakit kaya Li2 plus?
Kasi sir na the smaller the cations, the larger. Ay,
Yes? Ano, again, nawawala ka, dear.
po.
Nawawala ka. Ano yun? Ano yung sagot mo?
The larger the cation, the smaller.
Very good. Very good. No? Meaning to say, kung nagkataas na ang imuhang number diha, no, kanang sa imong exponent nga side, kung nagkataas yan siya, meaning to say, lumiliit din yung value niya. Okay? So if you have there Li10 plus and Li100 plus, mas malaki pa rin yung Li10 plus compared to Li100 plus. It is because children, the more the element cation, kung mas nagiging cation siya, mas lumiliit. Okay, nakuha yung idea? Nakuha?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's proceed to anions. Okay. Sa anions naman, alam naman natin that anions are negative charges, no, negative particles. According to the rule, anions are generally larger than the non-metal from which they were formed. baliktad siya. Okay. So, mas madali niyong maintindihan, no? Mas daling maintindihan kasi opposite siya ng cations. Now, let's try this example. Let's have chlorine. What is the element symbol of chlorine?
Cl.
Very good.
Well,
So, the element symbol of chlorine is Cl, no? Let's have an example. Chlorine 2 negative and chlorine 5 negative. Okay. Saan sa dalawa yung mas malaki? Cl2 minus or Cl5 minus? Which is greater? Which is larger? Sorry. Which is larger? Cl2 minus or Cl5 minus? Children.
CL2, CL2 minus, sir?
According to the rule,
CL5, sir.
okay. Why Cl5, Risman?
Kasi kasi po sir, yung, 'di ba yung kanina po sir sa cations is parang baliktad siya dito sa anions na the greater
Mm-hmm.
the ano yan, the greater the ion sir, ah,
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. Go, 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 go. Go lang, go lang. Risman.
yung the greater the ion sir, the smaller the I forgot.
The smaller the ionic size. No, yun yung
Yes
Risman.
po sir.
Okay, so opposite siya doon, no? Which is true, no? According to Risman, parang opposite daw yung nangyayari sa anions na part, sa cation. Kasi kanina, sa cation daw, pag lumalaki daw yung ions, kung lumalaki daw yung ions ng particular uh, cation, kung ibig sabihin, kung nag 3 plus ka palaki, mean to say the ionic size, we are talking about ionic size, ha? When we say ionic size, lumiliit siya. That is in the case of cations. But that is in the opposite when it comes to anions. Kasi lalong lumalaki yung number, no, sa anions, mas lumalaki din siya. Okay? So between Cl and Cl minus, no? Between Cl and Cl minus, ang mas malaking ionic size dyan ay yung Cl minus. Okay? Between Cl2 minus and chlorine 3 minus, ang may mas malaking ionic size dyan ay yung Cl3 minus. Naintindihan?
Opo
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, very good. That is when it comes to ionic size. 'Di ba? Although this is just trend, pero medyo complicated din at the same time, no? So let's try this example. Ranking ions by size. Rank each set of ions in order of decreasing size and explain your ranking. Papakita natin yung mga tamang sagot dito. Okay. Compare positions in the periodic table. We have here letter A, we have calcium 2 plus, strontium 2 plus, we have magnesium 2 plus. For letter B, we have potassium plus, we have sulfur 2 minus, we have chlorine ion, no? And then you also have AU is silver. I wait. Sorry, gold pala. AG is silver, yeah. AU is gold. Okay. AU is gold plus, so AU plus, and then you have AU3 plus. Let's uh let's
Yes,
try
sir.
this. Yes. Okay. Wala no? Okay. Let's try this letter C. Okay, parehas man sila. No? And then according to here, we have to arrange this in decreasing size. So we have AU, we have silver, sorry, gold pala. You have gold here. You have gold plus, and then you have gold 3 plus. Okay. And then we have to arrange it in decreasing order. Therefore, isusulat natin yung may pinakamalaki. Ang una, may pinakamalaking ionic size. Is this is this cations or anions, by the way?
cation.
Cations.
Cations.
Okay,
Cation.
cations din siya, no? Cations pa din siya, therefore, doon tayo sa, doon tayo sa rule na cations are generally smaller compared sa metals kung saan sila na form. Okay? Therefore, according to our rulings, kung sino yung may pinakamalaking number, siya yung maliit. Therefore, our arrangement would be, kaya yung arrangement ng letter C ay ang ganyan, no? We have AU plus, lagyan na lang natin ng comma, no? And then AU3 plus. That is the arrangement. Okay. Now let's try to look at letter A. Now we have calcium, we have strontium, and magnesium. Our magnesium, strontium, and calcium, nasa isang period or nasa isang group?
Isang group.
Nasa isang group, no? Ang arrangement dito, mas malaki daw ang SR, mas malaki ang calcium, mas pinakamalaki daw ang SR, and then yung pinakamaliit na ionic size is your magnesium. Kung titignan natin dito, parehas man silang 2 plus, no? Sir, paano yun, sir? Parehas silang 2 plus. Ano po yung basis ng ating arrangement? According to the basis, these are members of the same group. That is what we call the group 2A. And therefore, decrease in size going up the group. Okay. Pagtataas ka daw, no, pagtataas daw ka, mo decrease daw ang imuhang ionic size. Therefore then children, our pattern, sulat na ako our pattern now would be when it comes to ionic size from this is decrease in size going up. Ionic size top to bottom. Top to bottom, and therefore decrease in size, mag-decrease dito. Top to bottom, increasing. Okay? Therefore, meron tayong idea, please take note, meron tayong idea, children, that when it comes to ionic size, top to bottom is increasing, or bottom going up. Okay. Bottom to top is decreasing. Sit lang, no? Okay. Ganun siya. So, ionic size, top to bottom, increasing, bottom to top, decreasing. Ang kagandahan nito, they have the same charges, naka 2 plus. Therefore, gagamitin natin yung periodic trend, no? Since yung SR ay nasa pinakamaba, nasa pinakababa, therefore, siya yung may pinakamalaking ionic size. And then since magnesium ang nasa pinakataas, therefore, yung magnesium ang may pinakamaliit na ionic size. Because top to bottom or bottom to top is decreasing. Okay. Next to it is letter B. Letter B, iba't ibang yung charges, no? We have iron, we have one charge, potassium ion. We have S2 minus, and then we have Cl minus. Ano ba tong potassium, sulfur at saka chlorine? Isang grupo ba to or isang period? Ano to? Isang grupo to or isang period? Ayun. Ayun.
Isang grupo
Sana,
ata.
ano na?
Same
Tingnan
group.
natin to sa ating predictable. Hindi magiging same group ito Kasi yung potassium is a metal and then your sulfur here is a non-metal and then chlorine
Non-metal
also is
po.
non-metal. Okay. Meaning to say they are not in the same group, no? Titingnan natin if they are in the same, sorry. We have potassium. No, they are not in the same period, no? Ang the same period lang is yung sulfur at saka yung chlorine. Nasa baba yung potassium, no? Silicon has, sulfur is number 16, chlorine is 17, potassium is 19. Okay. So nagtapad ang imuhang sulfur o imong chlorine and then nasa ubos ang imuhang potassium. Now, ang titingnan natin ngayon children would be the charges. Okay. Since lahi-lahi na silang charged children, therefore you have to look at now their charges. 'Di ba? Between between an ion and cation, ang may pinakamalaki diyan would be generally speaking between kung ipag-away natin yung cation, no? And then an ion, ang mananalo dyan would be an ion. Kasi generally speaking, mas malaki si an ion compared to cation. Okay? Therefore then, kung titingnan natin yung letter B, iba't iba yung charges, no? May K plus and then dalawa yung negative or anion. Alam naman natin na kung sino yung sa anion na part, kung sino yung may pinakamalaking number, siya yung pinakamalaki. And then we have to arrange it in decreasing order. Therefore then, S2 minus ang pinakamalaki. Ang susunod dyan, maliit would be the Cl minus because compared to C2 minus and Cl minus, mas malaki si C2 minus. S2 minus. Sir, bakit mas malaki si sulfur kaysa kay chlorine? It is because of the charge, no? Probably. And let's just use that assumption. And then ang pinakamaliit would be K plus. Kaya yan yung arrangement yan. Okay. Next, we have here ionization energy. Ionization energy is the minimum energy required to remove an outermost electron from a gaseous a gaseous atom in its ground state. Small atoms are expected to have high IE. Sir, paano natin malalaman yung small atoms? Tingnan natin doon sa pinakauna nato, no? That could tell you if the atom is small or not. Okay. If Yes, so small atoms are expected to have high IE. Okay. Where is now our trend? Here is now our trend. You have to familiarize this. Ionization energy within a period. Ibig sabihin ng period, yung left to right, generally increases from left to right. Okay? Nandito yan sa ating picture sa baba. Yung ionization energy daw natin, children, will increase from left to right, nag-increase. Kasi 'di ba, yung kaninang linya, sabi doon, kung sino yung may pinakamaliit na atom, siya yung may pinakamalaking IE. Now remember, kung babalik tayo sa unang parte nito, which is your atomic size, 'di ba yung atomic size natin lumiliit from left to right? Ang pinakamaliit nandito sa right na portion. Ang pinakamaliit ay nasa baba na left to right siya dito sa right na part. Therefore, it is expected na when it comes to ionization energy, period will increase from left to right. Okay? This is due next. IE within a group, no, the top to bottom, decreases from top to bottom. Dito naman, alam natin sa atomic size natin kanina, yung pinakauna, that top to bottom, nag-increase ang atomic size or ang atomic size, tama? Therefore then, since nag-increase ang atomic size, baliktad po pag abot diri sa imuhang ionization energy. Sir, ang ibig bang sabihin nito, yung ionization energy at saka yung atomic size, baliktad lang? Yes, baliktad lang. Okay? Baliktad sila ng left to kung ano yung left to right sa atomic size, baliktad dito sa IE. No? Kung ano yung top to bottom kanina sa atomic size, baliktad dito sa yung ionization energy. Okay? Yes, that is your ionization energy. Ionization energy is increasing left to right. Your ionization energy is decreasing from top to bottom. Increasing from bottom to top or decreasing from top to bottom. Okay. Basta kayo na yung pumili ha kung ano yung magiging reference ninyo. If your reference is left to right lang yung i-memorize ninyo. Kung yung reference ninyo would be top to bottom lang yung i-memorize ninyo. Excuse me. Plastic ka? Wala. Okay. Okay, so that is our ionization energy, and after that would be this problem. Okay. So again, the pattern that we will be answering here would be decreasing ionization energy. No? So let's try to open all the answers. Let's go letter D. Okay. So using the periodic table only, rank the elements in each of the following sets in order of decreasing ionization energy. We have krypton, helium, and argon for letter A. For letter B, we have SB. SB is antimony. If I'm not mistaken, PP. Yeah, SB is antimony. TE is tellurium, and SN is tin. Tama pa kung ipangyayo ng mga kuan. Okay. And then letter C, we have potassium, calcium, and rubidium. And then D, we have iodine, xenon, and cesium. Okay. Plan IE increases as you proceed up in a group, and then IE increases as you go across a period. Therefore, we have to look at kung itong si krypton, helium, at saka argon ay nasa isang grupo ba or nasa isang period. Letter A, isang grupo ba to or isang period?
Group, sir.
A group, very good. Therefore, titingnan natin, remember that ang pattern natin pagdating sa grupo, no, binigyan tayo ng ideya dito that when it comes to group, our what you call this, our ionization energy will increase kung pupunta ka sa taas. Therefore, top to bottom, decrease siya. Okay. So, sino yung mas nauna? Of course, titingnan natin yung may pinakamalaki, helium ang nasa una. Next would be argon, and then last would be krypton. Okay? Kasi nga, ang sabi ng ionization energy, top to bottom, decreasing daw ang nangyari sa ionization energy. Again, top to bottom, decreasing. So, ang isusulat natin dapat yung nasa pinakauna, yung nasa taas, which is helium. Ang susunod would be argon, ang nasa pinakamababa baba would be krypton. Okay. That is why the arrangement is He, Ar, and Kr. Next would be letter B. We have tellurium. SB is antimony, and SN I think is tin. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tellurium, antimony, and tin. Period 5, according to here, nasa period 5 daw siya. So isang period ito, therefore, according to our trend, our ionization energy is increasing from left to right. So dapat ang titingnan natin dito, kung sino yung nasa pinaka-right, siya yung nasa pinakauna. Okay? So we have tellurium, SB, and SN. So that is the reason why siya yung tamang sagot. Okay, and letter C and D. So try niyan. Next would be the electronegativity. Yung electronegativity naman natin is the ability of a bonded atom to attract electrons to itself. I will not really discuss the mechanism of electronegativity, the ionization energy, kasi nga, those are part of higher chemistry. The purpose of discussing these trends, it is because for you to know the behavior of the elements, yun lang. So we will not discuss really bakit siya tinawag na electronegativity, ano ba yung electronegativity, and so on. So when it comes to electronegativity, children, ang sabi dito, non-metals have higher tendency to attract electrons than metals. So again, yung mga non-metals daw natin, meron silang higher tendency to attract electrons than metals. Okay, so meaning, kung yan yung scenario ng electronegativity is increasing from left to right. Sir, bakit increasing left to right? It is because ang nandito sa left ay mostly metals. And then yung dito sa right natin are mostly non-metals. At ang sabi dito, non-metals have higher tendency to attract electrons. Meaning to say, they are more electronegative compared to metals. Kaya mas mataas dito ang electronegativity kasi dito kasagara nakabutang na to ang non-metals. Ayun, naintindihan. And of course, children, we all know na mas marami ang ating tinatawag dito na metals, no? Mas daghang mga metals diri sa ubos, therefore, ang ato ang electronegativity from top to bottom is decreasing. Okay? Again, top to bottom, decreasing. Kasi nga, yung metals or yung power ng metals, lumalaki pagbababa tayo. Since lumalaki yung mga metals dito, what I mean, yung power ng metals, therefore, ang electronegativity nag-decrease siya. Pero kung pupunta tayo sa opposite side, therefore, nag-increase. Okay? Next would be metallicity. Okay, ito yung power partner ng electronegativity, the metallicity. According to our metallicity, no? Ang titingnan dito kung sino yung may mas malaking power ng metallicity. Of course, yung mga metals. We all know, children, that on this side of our periodic table, mostly na nandyan ay non-metals. Therefore, wala silang gaanong power ng metallicity. Kaya nga, ang nakalagay from left to right, again, left to right, nag-decrease ang metallicity. But when you go to the opposite side, from right to left, nag-increase ang metallicity. Kasi nga, ang metallicity, mas metal guni siya diri compared diri. Okay? And then the metallic behavior from top to bottom is also increasing. Okay. Kung i-partner mo ito sa kung ipa-partner mo ito sa electronegativity, maintindihan mo bakit yun yung arrangement ng electronegativity. Okay? Kasi opposite lang yung dalawa. Next would be electron affinity. Electron affinity. So energy change associated to the addition of an electron to a gaseous atom. And anyway, according to here, children, large atoms are expected to have low electron affinity. Ibig sabihin, kung sino yung may malaking atom, sir, saan po doon? Yung unang topic natin, yung unang periodic trend. No? Doon natin malalaman kung ang atom ba ay malaki. So kung malaki yung atom, mas mababa ang electron affinity niya. Okay? Therefore then, small atoms have high EA. Sir, para siyang para siya yung electron, what's the other one? Titingnan ko nga. The other term, the same siya sa tinatawag natin na ionization energy. Okay. The same pattern. Ionization energy and our electron affinity, the same yung pattern nila. Okay. Please take note on that. The same pattern. Again, electron affinity and ionization energy, the same pattern. Okay? Yan. The same pattern ha. Lagay nyo sa notes ninyo, electron affinity and ionization energy, the same pattern. Next, melting point. Okay? Ang melting point, ang idea dito kung sino yung may mas mataas na point kung kailan siya ma-melt. That's the idea of melting point. Okay. Metals generally possess a high melting point. Ibig sabihin, totoo naman talaga na yung metals natin matagal matunaw. No? Therefore, they possess high melting point. Okay. Most nonmetals possess low melting point. Kaya, kung titingnan natin ang pattern ng melting point, the same siya ng pattern ng ating metallicity. Again, ang the same na pattern ng ating melting point is your metallicity. Please take note. Para pag mag-memorize mo, partner-partner na lang ninyo. Okay. Next, okay, we have to recap. We have our atomic size. We have here our electron affinity. We have here our ionization energy. Again, my advice to you children is that you have to look for a pattern, no? Kung left to right lang, dapat left to right, no? Left to right, no? Left to right versus right to left. Dapat isa lang yung pipiliin. And then top to bottom versus bottom to top, dapat isa lang din yung piliin. Okay? Para hindi malito. Okay? Although opposite lang yung mangyayari. Okay, so those are the trends in the three atomic properties. Sir, bakit tatlo lang? Kasi yung tatlo na yan, meron din siyang the same naman sa iba. Di ba nga? Yung iba may partner na the same yung pattern. Okay, so that is it for our lesson for chemistry. Any concern, everyone? Questions? Everyone? Wala? Walang question?
None so far, sir.
None so far. Okay. So as I have mentioned, last meeting, I asked Elmira, what's your question?
Sir, mag-quiz po tayo before exam or diretso exam na po?
Exam na, hindi na tayo mag-quiz, but exam for chemistry. Okay? Almira, did I answer your question?
Yes,
Okay, so
sir.
we'll be having our exam for chemistry only. Okay? By the way, di ba I told you kung ano yung mechanics ng ating our exam. Our exam for chemistry is online. Of course, wala tayong magagawa talaga because we cannot meet face to face, so that's inevitable, no? Wala tayong control dyan. And then, yun nga, for me to assess your understanding on the chemistry part, I really have to have this particular assessment, which is an exam. No, I hope you understand that. Now, because we cannot do it face to face, we cannot do it physically, we will do it virtually. Again, that is inevitable. Wala tayong magagawa dyan. So, although I really acknowledge, no, starting from the start naman during our orientation, I do acknowledge your problems when it comes to internet connections. No, I do acknowledge that. Kaya nga, every time I am presenting my materials to you, every time I am uploading um, discussion materials, I see to it that flexible siya, that any mode kung ano yung meron kayo ay pwede yung ma-access, no? So because I really acknowledge the problem and then of course the status quo. Now, since we will be doing it virtually, we will be having it online quiz, no? And then of course, hindi naman siya pwedeng kung naka face to face, meron din tayong timer. I will still give you time, no? The good thing there is that for ating face-to-face is 1.5 hours. Di ba? Mumana kay bumana tong klase, di ba? 1.5 hours mag itong klase, 10 to 11:30. Now, I will also make an exam which is good for 1.5 hours. Is that okay?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
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 Okay, now
Yes, sir.
okay, now here's the twist. Kasi nga, I don't want it to be a burden to you, no? Kasi nga, alam ko, we have problems when it comes to internet connectivity. And although I acknowledge really the problem, I also wanted you to find ways to be initiative, no? Gusto gid na ako na, di ba? Mo na akong giingon sa orientation na one of the skills that you can actually find here sa ating setup na ito, sa ating online class or asynchronous na klase, ay yung pagiging initiative, no? Dito matitest kung initiative ba ka gyud ka ko, no, kung aba ko initiative, because remember children, in your ano ba yan, in your working place in the future, being initiative is way better from being intelligent. Kasi automatic kasi yan. If you are an initiative, kung meron kang initiative na person, therefore you are a wise person, automatically you are called to be, you are termed to be intelligent. No? But if you are intelligent but you don't have initiative, you are not really an intelligent person. Okay? That is why I really wanted you to harness the initiative skill of you. No? So ang gagawin natin ito, so much for that. Um, Although meron tayong time, di ba, that is 1.5 hour. Kasi dili po pwede nga, ihatag na ko ang exam nga, tibok adlaw, pwede nyo ansiran. Mo ma-perfect, di ba? Tanan, mangopya. Ginoo ko, magtinan-away og notes, ma-perfect, mag-exam pa ko. Yan naman. No, perfect man tanan. So it is quite imperative na dapat na siya time. Dapat masabtan ninyo na siya na na time. Now, here's the factor. I have a system na naagid siya time. I have a system nga right after the time ma-close ang exam. But I will not do that. Ang time akong buhaton, I will not close it. No, if I am going to set it into 1.5 hours ang time, I will not set the system na ma-close ang exam form. What I will do here, I will count your overtime. No? I-count na ko ang overtime. So, ang overtime karon nakadepende kita naon pa na akong items, nakadepende na siya, akong i-count kung akong initial plan would be every minute kay naa siya deduction nga 1 point. Ako pa na siyang planuhan. It's either 1 point or 2 points ko, ana. Kay para walay mag-time over. No? And then the other one is that you can take the exam anytime you want. Okay? So, dili ko maingon na, okay, karong orasa, dapat i-take ninyo ni, no? I will not do that. Perhaps, I will give you 2 days or 3 days for you to take the exam. Okay? But by the time you will click the link sa exam, mag-start na ang time. It's just that, na may option na, okay, ugma pa na ako i-take ang exam. Is that okay with you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
That is
sir.
better.
Sir.
Is that better?
Yes,
More
sir.
better. Yes,
Okay.
better.
Yes, sir.
So meaning to say, yes, very good. That is way better. It is because I know na sa inyong location wala talagang magandang signal. So gusto ko sa mga araw na yan, before you will take the exam, maghanap ng stable internet connection. Because I really don't want to hear from you na, sir, yung internet connection ko, sir, blah, 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 and so on. That's the reason why I did give you time para makahanap ng location kung saan may stable internet. Yan lang yung request ko. Okay? So you have to look for a stable internet connection and then you have to take the exam na dayon. Okay. Nakuha.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Good.
nagkaintindihan, no? Very good, nagkaintindihan tayo ni kay para wala kayong magreklamo. Anyway, our Google form only requires a little amount of data. Basta lang naka-stable internet, okay na siya. No? By the way, the exam, I will try to do it as much as I could na merong calculations pero multiple choice. Ana ha? So ang atong exam diha kay nara na siya sa multiple choice, identification o enumeration. Okay. Ako ha? Okay lang? Nara di ana.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Again, I will do it in such a manner that taking the exam is not so burden to you. Na ato na siyang, but at the same time, I will do it pod in a quality manner. Kaya di po kung matag exam nga putyo-putyo, di ba? So, since we are doing it, nag-effort ta ani, so ato yun po effort pag abot sa exam. Okay? So, klaro. Nagkasinabot na tanan.
Yes, sir. Crystal
Yes,
clear.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Good. Very good. So, if you don't have any concern, meron pa mang concern?
Yes, sir. Meron, sir.
Yes, Hanifa, what's the concern? Yeah, sa mga requirements. By the
About po
way,
sa...
sa inyong teaching demonstration, since you will be doing it, no, instead, of course, di man ta maka-physical, kung naapata sa face-to-face, mag-demo man gyud mo nga mag-teacher. Pero kay dili man, therefore, we will do it at the pace of your balay, no? At the pace of your time. So meaning, you will still do it in such a manner nga murag naa gyapon mo sa classroom nato. So, may nagtanong, sir, full body po ba? Full body, whole body po ba, sir, or yung half lang? No. Hindi pwedeng magiging half lang kasi ang ating setup dito is parang nasa classroom kayo. Yun yung parang assumption natin. Therefore, nakikita dapat lahat. Whole body.
Kahit walang estudyante.
Oh, pwede mo mga bahala ko yung estudyante, kana yung mura ra ka gademo diha. No, kanang gademo lang yung kadiha nga naay mo. For example, if you will ask, yes, pila ito ka minutes ato, di ba natay 1 hour na demo?
Yes po.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
One,
sir.
pila to? Duha ka book, no? Duha ka book demo, children?
Isa lang,
Sara,
sir.
sir.
Isa lang.
Isa na dito. Isa na to akong gihatag dito. Okay, so 60
Yes.
minutes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Mo ba isa na di ay? Okay, sa lain itong section. Sure ha, isa
Sir,
ra ha?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
Yes, sir.
sir, ano, sir?
Yes, sir.
ah.
Isa lang.
Is it necessary, sir, na kailangan 60 minutes or maximum of 60 minutes?
No, kuan gyud siya, strict gyud sa time. No, strict ta sa time kay kung ano ba na siya. No, sir, edit na mo. Bahala kang mag-edit ka diha. Basta kay ang nakuha na ko sa time kay 60 minutes ra gyud, di gyud siya pwede mo lapas kay ano man. Kung if you will be having your demo in DepEd in the future, dili di mo pasayloon sa sunod sa teacher. No,
Yes,
mag-demo mo
true, sir.
ana. Oo. Pag mag-demo gali mo ana, kana ra gid inyong time. You have to think of it na mura mo nagklase. Imagine nakaklase kayo na magalit yung sunod na teacher. Bakit kinain niyo yung time ko na ako naman yung susunod sa time niya? Parang ganyan. Yung magre-ring, di ba yung bell? No, time is up. Parang ganyan. So please make sure that you have to submit to me at the demonstration teaching, which is good for an hour. Do not give me a demonstration which is below 60 minutes. Bisag muhatag po mo sa kuwag day mga 50 minutes ra. Kung mga-apply mo sa amo ang eskwelahan, na di na ko kadawaton. Ana ha? So isakto lang ang time na 60 minutes. Nagkaintindihan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay na lahat.
Ay, sir. Ay, ang dami kong
Yes,
question.
Hanifa. Yes, go. Go.
Yung sa lesson plan, sir, na hihintayin pa namin na i-approve mo siya or mag-comment ka saka kami mag-video or pwede na kami mag-video.
Wait sa ha. Giseparate na ako ang lesson plan of demo.
Yes po.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Merong submission, iba yung deadline na nilagay ko. Tama ba?
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I have to read it. Thank you for reminding me. The deadline of that, sino yung naka-remember?
Sa Monday, sir, ang demo. Deadline ng 15.
So, 13, sir,
Ang,
ang lesson
ang
plan.
lesson plan, wait sa. Ang lesson plan would be 13?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Saturday.
Okay.
Yung
So,
demonstration sa Monday.
14. Ano yan?
15.
15, sir.
Sandali lang ha. Tingnan ko yung calendar. Ang deadline ng lesson plan is 13.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
And
sir.
then ang dineadline ko sa demo is 15.
Monday,
Yes,
opo.
sir.
Ay, okay. Change ko yung demo kasi titingnan ko pa yung lesson
Yay!
plan. Sorry.
Yay!
Sir, we will
Nawala ka,
state...
Juliana.
Thank you,
Kasi, sir,
sir.
na it will...
Nawala ka kay Kaya na. Okay. So, ganito. Change natin. Yung lesson plan natin, change natin ng 14. Doon tayo sa February 14 kasi wala akong jowa, so 14. No? Kahit 14 yan. Char. Okay. So, happy 14. Ang deadline na, change natin. Change ko yun later
Yes,
sa
sir.
ano natin, lesson plan, deadline.
Sir.
Saan yung calendar ko? Okay. Deadline ng lesson plan, 14. Deadline ng demonstration would be 19.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Yay, thank you,
Kasi
sir.
po, sir.
babasahin ko po. Oh yes, you're welcome, children. Kasi I really have to read. So as much as possible, nag-extend ako ha. So as much as possible, you have to submit your lesson plan on the 14th of February so that mababasa ko yun, I will read it, and then I can comment it, and then you can revise it so that you can start your demonstration. Would that be okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay
Thank
kayo.
you.
Sir, thank you.
Yes, it's very good. Okay, sige. Okay. I'll be expecting a lot from you children kasi lalaki. Babae tayong lahat dito. No? Tayong lahat ay babae. So, I would really expect a lot from you, Char. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions?
Sir,
None so far.
Sino pa? May question pa daw. Ano pa? Sino
ako po,
pa?
sir.
Iris Min, yes.
Sir, di ba po, sir, nagpasa po kami ng instructional plan. Tapos sabi niyo po, same po siya sa same po siya dun sa lesson plan. So, ano po yun, sir? Yun
Okay.
po yung,
Yeah, someone actually asked this. I don't know if si Rizmin pa din. Yeah, nalinawan ako. I'm so sorry no. I really have to go back no to each of my subject kasi nga nawawala ako sa track no kasi I have a lot of yung subject ko this semester very varied no so that is why I really have to check back on it. I realize actually some of you or one of you nasabihan ko na yung isasabit na instructional plan is the same sa lesson plan. Hindi pala, no? Yung instructional plan is the requirement of the instructional plan na lesson natin. Therefore, you have to make another lesson plan para gamitin ninyo for your demonstration. Kasi ibang grade din yung isang lesson plan eh. Nakuha, everyone?
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Nakuha. Naging klaro ba yan? Naging klaro?
Pero po.
Okay, sige. Okay. So, Rizmin, okay na? Nasagutan ko na yung tanong mo?
Opo, sir. Pero, sir, yung
Yes,
pong
dear.
sa lesson plan po, sir, another topic na po siya, sir.
Yes, yes. You can, I would recommend to have another topic na very comfortable ka. Sir,
So,
yung
bali,
oh yes, Lindsay.
so, bali, sir, dalawa yung topic, dalawang topic at dalawang lesson plan. So, I mean, sir,
Sandali lang ha.
dalawang
Sandali lang.
topic.
Open ko yung classroom natin para mas clear. Sandali lang ha. It's still 11:27. Klaruin lang natin to kay para nung hapit naman kumalobat. Sandali lang. 14%. Okay pa to. Jed 105. Kisa? Sino?
JED 101 po, sir.
Ay, sorry. Ooh,
Sige lang,
ano
sir.
wala? Jed 101. Okay, Jed 101. Okay. Ito. Yung instructional planning, sorry, yung instructional planning na question ni Rizmin is another thing. Iba talaga yun, yung activity 5.5. So you have to make your instructional plan for that, no? I-share ko tong screen para makita ng lahat din. Okay. The same, no? So, iba yon. So, that instructional plan, again ha, di ba, alam nyo naman na instructional plan is also called as lesson plan. Yung instructional plan sa activity 5.5 is different, no? That instructional plan is intended for module 5. So, that is for that requirement. Now, for the lesson plan, present now. Present mo na ako ng konti. Ito. Okay. Now, for your lesson plan naman, baba tayo. Dito tayo sa final task. Ito. Sa final task natin, yung sabi ni Lindsay, isa lang. Sorry. I prepared a detailed lesson plan. Isa lang. Okay. I prepared a detailed lesson plan for a particular topic. So, yung confident ka, yung super confident ka to discuss it. Okay? Ano pa ba? Ano yung concern nga, Lindsay? Nakaintindihan ba?
Okay na, sir.
Okay, sige. Yun ha. Risbin, so meaning to say we have to make another lesson plan for this detailed lesson plan. Pwede kayong maghanap ng another topic na hindi nyo ginamit doon sa module 5. Basta pili kayo
Okay
ng
po, sir.
basta pili kayo ng very confident kayo na alam nyo na marami kayong bula-bula. Okay. And then I have
Sir,
to check. Yes, yes dear. Who's that?
kasi
Almira.
po yung i-submit ko po sa first lesson plan, supposed to be yun po yung demo ko po. Please.
Almira, hindi ko choppy si Almira. Let's again, dear.
Sir,
Sir, ang
Sir,
Hmm.
ang kay Almira
sir,
daw yung pinasa niya sa instructional, sir, na topic, yun daw yung supposedly na i-demo niya, sir.
Mhm. So, ito
Di
yung arrange. I will give you time to submit another for your Almira, for your ano ba to? For your instructional plan. Would that be okay? Kasi as much as possible kasi, um, yeah, I would recommend na iba para hindi maging kasi ito yung mangyayari children if meron siyang the same content, it could be at some point magiging bias for me to rate you kasi nga alam ko na yung content doon sa instructional plan for module 5. So gusto ko surprise naman pagdating sa doon sa pangalawang lesson plan na isasabit niyo for the demo. So for Almira, Almira, kung final na talaga yon na yun yung gagamitin mo for your demonstration, yun yung isa sorry, yun yung isabit mo for demonstration and I will give you time to submit another lesson plan for activity 5.5. Would that be okay?
sige po, sir.
Okay, okay. Sige, I will wait for that. And then, yung sinabit mo yung lesson plan sa 5.5 Almira, hindi yun late.
Sige po, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Hindi yun late, Almira. Yeah. Almira.
Sir?
Sa nila Almira. Okay. Since na-submit ni Almira on time yung activity 5.5, your submission now really for activity 5.5 will be also considered to be not late. So Almira, yung pang
Thank
okay, yung pang demo mo na lesson plan Almira, i-submit mo na doon sa baba, doon sa part ng final task, doon sa baba ng final task natin so that I can check it. Okay?
Okay po, sir.
Okay. Lahat
Sir,
naka
may tanong.
Oh, Aisa, yes Aisa.
Magkasin po kami ni Almira, sir.
Aisa?
I mean, yung sa instructional plan po, sir, na supposedly na hindi mo nila makaubos sa ano natin, demo. Magkasin po
Wala,
kami.
putol-putol si Aisa. Sino yung parang naka-pick up sa sinabi ni Aisa?
Same po kami. Which is, pinapatanong namin, sir, kung hindi ba matuturn late yung instructional material, yung instructional lesson plan namin. Kasi we already passed it po. Then, i-unsubmit namin. Then, magsasubmit kami ng another para po
The
hindi the
same
same.
kayo. The same kayo ni Almira na
Yes
yung
po.
sinubmit. Okay. Yes, I will consider it doon na, although, di ba, magsasubmit kayo, and then, di ba, magre-reflect yan sa akin na done late. Do not worry,
Opo.
it is because I will take note na hindi late yung sinubmit ninyo. The same with Almira.
Okay po.
I will assure that ha sa inyo.
Sir, may
Okay?
tanong ako.
Yes, din Shane.
sa lesson sa demo sir na topic, dun lang kami kukuha sa Keto 12 curriculum sir na
Mm, Yes, doon lang talaga kasi children, the main reason really why I really wanted you to pick the topic and then the learning competencies sa K to 12 natin, K to 12 science curriculum or science no, science curriculum kay science sa magyud ta. It is because during your demonstration, gusto ko na yun din yung gagamitin ninyo in the future. No, alam niyo na. Oh, kasi by the time you will be demonstrating kasi, by the time you will be having your practice teaching, ang ibibigay din and then yung basis din para gagawa kayo ng lesson plan and then your demo teaching ay doon din sa K to 12. Okay ba? Is
Yes,
that
sir.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any more queries, questions?
Wala na po, sir.
And so,
Okay, kung meron mang question na Maria, yes, Almira. Almira, let's have Almira.
Bali, yung dalawang lesson plan po is science po lahat.
Yes, science siya kay kuan man ito teaching science. Actually, na nag-ask ka ni sir, science lang po ba yung pipiliin namin? And then I asked the person, oh, anong subject ito? Jadon Owan po sir, yes. We cannot pick another topic because our subject is teaching science. So science lang talaga. For elementary ha, for elementary na science.
Thank you
Clear?
po, sir.
Okay.
yes,
Yes po.
If you have questions na ma-realize ninyo later, do not hesitate to ask. But I would suggest siguro na sa GC mag-ask ng question para naman the same pa rin dito, no, na baka yung question ni Almira is questionin para ni Jehan or questionin para ni Siti Suhaira, parang ganyan. So I would recommend that if you have to ask questions dun sa GC.
Okay
Okay?
po, sir.
Okay po,
Okay.
sir. Question,
Okay,
sir.
chicken. Ha?
Sir, last question.
O, last question, Mantay, ha? Okay, last.
Sir, pag ma-check mo na yung lesson plan, sir, for demo, sir, i-revise namin. I-send namin ulit sa'yo, sir.
Yes, isend ulit sa akin. Para meron akong kopya kasi gusto ko makita yung final copy para by the time you will be demonstrating kasi, ang i-rate ko dyan, di ba, mag-rate ako sa lesson plan, magre-rate din ako sa demo teaching. Now, by the time papanoorin ko na yung demo mo, magbabasa din ako sa lesson plan mo. Sir, bakit ka magbabasa? Titingnan mo ba yung mga linyang nandun kung tama ba yung lumabas sa bibig namin? No. No? Titingnan ko lang kung yung flow ba ng lesson plan ninyo is na-project ninyo sa demo teaching ninyo. Okay ba?
Yes,
yes, sir.
sir.
Okay, I think that was the last question. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
thank you so much for coming, everyone. I hope that meron tayong matutunan and of course, merong naging klaro sa mga requirements natin. Okay? Please take your time, manage your time. Do not feel it as if na parang burden talaga na. Just do it in a manner na okay lang. And then if you feel na parang exhausting na, take time to rest for a while, take time to scan your Facebook, take time to watch videos on TikTok or whatsoever, and of course take time to pray para maging okay tayong lahat. Okay? So if you don't have any questions, we will see each other during our exam. Doon na sa ating virtual exam, no? We will not, hindi na tayo mag-meet dito sa ano ha, sa meeting. So I will just post the link with the instructions. Okay. So if you don't have any questions, you may now exit the room and God bless everyone. Keep safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye, children.
Goodbye,
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Sir,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Good
Thank
Bye,
you. Thank you.
sir.
Goodbye.
Thank you.